So I just want to talk about today, man, the brutal lynching of one of our brothers, Tyre Nichols, a native of Memphis, Tennessee, over reckless driving, and the 5 cops that pulled him out of his car, pepper sprayed him, hit him with the taser, beat this man half to death, man, and 3 days later he died in the hospital. Like, I just don't understand this stuff, man. They beat this man for several minutes with a billy club, punching him, kicking him, man, just till unconscious, just like a gang attack. This was handled very unprofessionally. Like, how did he even get into a situation like this? I know he tried to run away or whatever, but I believe he was trying to save his own life. He didn't have a gun on him, and this is not how you handle police situations. He didn't throw a punch, but I still feel like his life was in danger. So they beat him half to death till he died in the hospital, man. Oh my God, I just hate to even report stuff like this. So I'm tired of seeing this stuff with the police, and this make it double worse because it was all 5 black cops, man. None of these 5 cops could have told these guys whatever. Not one of these guys was like, man, we're gonna beat this man to death. It's gonna be detrimental to our state, to our jobs, to our family, to our communities. Like, not one of these guys stopped and say, hey, let's just get him under arrest and take him to jail. But you want to take it into your own hands and beat this man like freaking senseless, man. I hate to talk about this stuff, man. It's so stupid that we still talking about this stuff. And just being that it was 5 black guys or whatever beating a guy up in his own community, that's even worse. So Jordan, have you heard about this stuff, man? And what do you think about this stuff?
Bro, we've hit a new low in society. We really have. Another disgusting story, obviously. It's just this shit just never ends, man. It never ends. I was very surprised to hear about the details of this case, obviously. I did read that the Nichols family had a private autopsy performed. He suffered extensive bleeding caused by a severe beating. They flat out murdered him. Right. It's disgusting. I mean, I'm running out of words to say for shit like this. It really just deteriorates my soul, bro. It's disgusting. I don't understand, as a decent human being, person, cop, no cop. No, I know cops, if you ask a lot of them, they'll be like, well, I'm not black or white, my color's blue, because they always all back each other. And I understand, I get it, you do that, but where's your sense of decency and humanity? Like, where is it at, bro?
Your morale. Where's your morals?
Where's your morals? Ridiculous. We out here killing people. We killing each other and over senseless shit, over a reckless driving. They had no reason for any of this shit, bro. Right. Complaining of shortness of breath, punching, kicking this man in the head, strike him in the back of the head with a baton while he was restrained in handcuffs.
Pepper sprayed him.
What
pulled
the
him
fuck,
out the car?
dude?
Like just too much. 5 of y'all on one guy, man.
And then now I'm seeing 5 of these cops have been fired and charged with 2nd-degree murder. Thank God. Now it took a week because this happened on January 7th. They've been protesting from January 27th until now. They're still protesting, as they should be. So these 5 cops who have been fired and charged with 2nd-degree murder, 4 of them have had previous disciplinary actions,
right,
and or complaints on the job. So talking about an alert signal, I mean, I don't know if the police departments need to take these complaints seriously or what, but whatever they do, it's not enough. We need better. We need to do better. Everybody needs to do better. That is just sickening, bro. And I hate reading about this shit. I hate that we have to talk about this shit, but it is what it is. We got to bring light to it because every time something like this happens, obviously I want to try to bring as much light to it as I can. Do our piece, I guess, but it's sickening. And obviously our heart goes out to their family.
Right.
It really does.
And then this man had a 4-year-old son. So now he's going to go through PTSD and all these things or whatever. Shock, man, for real. And they wonder why we're always, you know what I'm saying, like mentally disturbed and stuff like that, whatever, because stuff like that is constantly happening. Every day, man, on the news or whatever, they're showing this stuff constantly, man, shootings, killings, this and that, man. It's just too much, bro. Man, I just can't stand it.
I just wish, I believe people as a whole, like that's my whole entire belief, that every person should try to always be a better person, try to get better. But when you are in certain professions in life, you can't afford to make a mistake.
Right.
You know, not that I'm calling this a mistake, not at all. But what I'm saying is you have to be, we need better from the
Bad
cops. Is what I'm getting
decision.
at. We need better from the cops. You know, we
Mhm.
really do. We need better. Sam has a young son. I have a newborn son. How we're going to have to raise them to deal with police if they get pulled over is not the ideal way you should have to raise your children. And it's sick.
Right.
It's really is sick. But unfortunately, that's the world we live in. And I wish we were better, man. I really do.
Bro, who is going to save us from the police? Who's policing the police? That's the question. That's the question we've been having for so long.
Yeah.
Who is going to police the police, man? For real, when somebody wants to go rogue, when somebody wants to go out with a vengeance and they just beat us half to death or whatever, then after the fact, they're going to be like, oh yeah, they were wrong. And then they're going to get a couple years or some probation or something like that or whatever, man. It's horrendous, man. Why are we still living like that? Like we're animals. We are not animals, man. We're human beings just like you're a human being. For real. Would you want somebody to beat the hell out of your kid? Would you want somebody to beat the hell out of your brother, your sister? You know, like this stuff is just getting too out of hand, man, for real. But if people go on a revolution, then we're going to be in the wrong.
Yeah, and then it's going to be any means necessary and giving them reason to subdue people. You know what I'm saying? Like that,
Right.
That's what that's going to come to. And unfortunately, that's just it. It doesn't seem like there's no end in sight, because I don't believe there is, not in our lifetime. It was like this long before we were here, Sam. It'd be like this long after we're gone, unfortunately. And I want to specify real quick before we move on that we're not sitting here calling out all police like they're bad, and they're not, because they're not. The good police officers who are actually good people, this discusses them every bit as it discusses us. So that's just, got to do better. We need better from the boys and women in blue. We really do. We need better from the police. Need better from the police.
Definitely. And something has to change. This cannot go on any longer. Something has to change.